The Browns training camp has started, and if you're a Browns fan, you're super excited about this season. If you've been following this channel, we've been following the Browns because on this channel, we talk about teams that don't get covered by the national media like they should. Cleveland Browns being one of those teams. We're Detroit Lions fans, so we know all about that. And as we look at the Cleveland Browns, there's one player in particular doing some good things in training camp. I'll show you a video of a nice touchdown catch. One player that is in his second year is poised to break out, and that's David Bell. I'm going to get to why this guy is absolutely somebody we need to be watching out for. He's turning heads already in training camp, and you can look at the depth chart here, and you can see he's a key piece to depth. A, the Browns need depth. B, it'd be nice if he could, do more than just depth and get in there and crack the starting lineup a little bit. And if you look at it, um, there was an article put out kind of this offseason about him and how, look, he had an average year for a rookie wide receiver. But when you look at it a little bit further, remember, Jacoby Brissett was notoriously conservative with trusting his receivers, especially a rookie wide receiver. It took him time to look for Donovan Peoples-Jones, and by the time he started trusting Bell, Deshaun Watson was re-entering the lineup, and then it was just kind of clunky for David Bell. A, was a rookie. B, had two quarterbacks. Just when he started to kind of figure it out, Deshaun Watson comes in. He's entering the lineup also coincided with Bell injuring his thumb, so he had an injury as well. So if you look at his numbers, 24 catches for 214 yards, not great. But it's hardly the disaster many would make it out to be, leaving him on the roster bubble. First, Bell played 45% of the offensive snaps, which shows that they trust him. Second, 35% of the 214 yards came after the catch. It's a small sample size, but it's worth noting. Up here in Detroit, we have Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is an elite wide receiver. His rookie year, it took him half the year. He didn't even know he was on the team. And then the second half of his rookie year, he really took off. So what I'm saying on that is, for rookie wide receivers, it's hard to figure it out in that first 6, 7, 8 games. Then you get a new quarterback. Then you're slightly injured, the whole thing. So David Bell, keep an eye on him. So here's the play that he had in training camp. They did a 7-on-7 goal line drill. So it's kind of hard to see, but he goes in motion and then catches a slant for a touchdown. See if this shows it a little bit better. So you can see him kind of going in motion, a little shake at the 2-yard line, bang, touchdown. Watson puts it right where it needs to be, down and away. He goes and gets it. So it's something to keep an eye on. He's already making plays in training camp. Love it. He played a lot last year for a rookie. Didn't put up big numbers, but when he got his hands on the ball, he was able to make plays. The Browns need a little bit of depth, need somebody to emerge at wide receiver. You got to believe that the Browns will have somebody emerge from this group. Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, Donovan Peoples-Jones. We've kind of been waiting. What's he? What really is he? He went to school up here in Michigan, and it was wanted more from him, but also kind of understood where he was at, because Michigan had a lot of really good wide receivers when he was around, even though they were mostly run heavy, and Shea Patterson was the quarterback. So he had no good looks whatsoever. So it's like, I don't know what Donovan Peoples-Jones is. I don't know. Hopefully he can be something. Elijah Moore, like him. David Bell is a guy you got to keep your eye on, and it's somebody the Browns need. So when you go to make a run, especially in the AFC, it's going to be difficult. It's like, man, I need somebody out of this group, out of the skill position group, to rise up a little bit out of nowhere. David Bell, second year. Is that you? Is it Jerome Ford to help, with Nick Chubb? Is it Atkins and Joku? We've talked about them, how they're one of the top tight end combos in the NFL. So who's it going to be? The Browns, they need somebody to step up, and that's how you go from That's how you surprise people is you've got a bunch of David Bell type players that enter their second season, third season, had a little injury, had a little this, little that, and they can really break out in their second year. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on David Bell. And then also, and yeah, we've been giving a lot of love to the Browns because again, I think this is going to be a really good team. The only problem, if you will, is that they're in the AFC and the AFC North, and so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Did a video on Maurice Hurst recently. Check that out. Maurice Hurst went to Michigan, had a couple good years, then a bunch of injuries. He's a good player. Keep an eye on him. But you look at the Browns defense. We've talked about Jim Schwartz comes in. You're going to be better defensively, and you're going to have Deshaun Watson a whole season. You're going to be better than you were last year. And what would 7 games last year, 7, 8 games last year. So see the Browns winning 9, 10 games, getting into the playoffs. Obviously, the goal is to win the division, but for the first time in a long time, going into the season, the Browns look really good. I know you had that run a couple of years ago, beat the Steelers, went into the playoffs, the whole thing. But this feels more real, sustainable, good players. That's what the Lions have, right? The Lions had some good years with Stafford, and that was cool. But the Lions are more sustainable. They've got a quarterback, a system, better players around, core players, and that's what Cleveland has as well. Is just some good core pieces that can really do something. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this. Love love talking Browns. If you're new to our channel, again, take a look at it. We cover teams that don't get covered by the national media. We're not going to talk about the New York Jets, the Giants, the Patriots, the Steelers, the Bears. I mean, the Cowboys. These are teams that it just feels like national media really gets onto, just talks about them no matter what is happening. And you don't get these little information about some of these teams that are actually going to be really good. Actually, who cares what Stephen A. Smith says about the Cowboys for the 800th time? This is the AFC is so loaded. That's the only problem for the Cleveland Browns. When you look over to the NFC, really wide open. You've got the Eagles, of course. They deserve to be kind of up here. You've got the 49ers, you got the Seahawks, you got the Lions, you got the Cowboys. You got some teams that could do something, but you don't know. You just don't know. But in the AFC, you have proven Cincinnati, Buffalo, Kansas City. I mean, that's three big dogs right there. And then you've got your own division is always just tough. I mean, it's just always going to be tough. So whoever comes out of the AFC North is a great team and someone to look at. So again, make sure you subscribe. We do videos on more than just the Browns, but if you subscribe, it'll give you a reminder because you sometimes just forget, like, man, what was that channel that was talking about the Browns? Like, I like that. Let me find them again. Well, if you subscribe, you'll be all set. So appreciate it. NFL season is here. It's going to be fun. Can't wait. Browns, Lions. Let's just do something. Browns and Lions. Let's go. See you on the